Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. These streets is high. Keep your heads on the swivel. Word, word, word. All that glitter was not diamond or gold. Stupid people with guns, son, leaving their body cold. Seeing them broadcast, somebody got shot. We back outside, y'all, the block is high. Everybody listen to the sound of my voice. Watch what you do, man, make the right choice. All that glitter is not gold, it just glisten. These jaws that pay attention to me right now, listen. This ball gon' hit the sore spot, playing with sheetrock. Young cats thinking hip-hop started on TikTok. I'm a Titan boat dog, you just a slip knot. I put them more time to the big can circling your wristwatch. Move when you see me coming, straight dumbin'. I ain't gon' stop the flowin' if the funky drummer drumming. We'll talk about gas blasting, cat snatching. I'ma give it to you straight in an orderly fashion. NASCAR, fast car, diamonds overdressed, money flashing high fashion, man, I'm not impressed. Less is more is overbearing. Most people just watching you, dog, they're not even hearing. Step in the wrong spot, get MOP, ante up. Chain watch your ring, Joe, my man, handy up. Save the tough talk, watch out for that nightfall. If you're not from the street, stay on the sidewalk. Listen, all that glitter was not diamond or gold. Stupid people with guns, son, leaving the body cold. Seeing them broadcast, somebody got shot. We back outside, y'all, the block is high. Everybody listen to the sound of my voice. Watch what you do, man, make the right choice. All that glitter is not gold, it just glisten. These jaws that pay attention to me right now, listen. Hey, Mr. New Money, you sonny, be careful where you walking because your haters move funny. Make sure that new dip come with 2 guns and 2 guns. Your haters come with guns, they cash them not no refunds. Seeing them broadcast, jack for that flash cash. You on the side of the road like you ran out of gas. Listen, claiming your riches, man, can leave you in stitches. Outside of your ride, blinking the ditches, son of a bitches. The reason why I wrote this, to bring focus. Unless you change location, show the hood, you know we're broken. You ain't gotta listen to me, then what the hell do I know? The news broadcast of violence like a primetime show. You wanna label me because I'm stating the fact. You on the block moving past, paying no sales tax. Fast money ain't gon' last unless you invest. The party lights and party nights can enter holes in your chest. Listen, all that glitter is not diamond or gold. Stupid people with guns, son, leaving the body cold. Seeing them broadcast, somebody got shot. We back outside, y'all, the block is high. Everybody listen to the sound of my voice. Watch what you do, man, make the right choice. All that glitter is not gold, it just glisten. These jaws that pay attention to me right now, listen. The reason why I wrote this, to bring awareness. Referees is not included, so there's no fairness. Toe to toe, blow for blow, nah, man, hell no. Watch for the reach, cause they don't fight no more. Be careful what you do, cause somebody already done it. That block and over the circle, you just respun it. Even then the red dot, son, came out that dot, son. Left the block hot, son, for cooking out that pot, son. Need somebody to pay for you, call TDJ. While you lingering in the coma in the altered state. The moral of the story, man, it's never too late to walk the right path down the road that's straight. Thank God for what you got, not where he can get you. Your family left with memories so they won't forget you. Everything you earn, hold it in a tight fist, so we as MCs don't have to write like this. Listen, all that glitter is not diamond or gold. Stupid people with guns, son, leaving the body cold. Seeing them broadcast, somebody got shot. We back outside, y'all, the block is...
Thank you for coming to the Other Side podcast. So
No problem.
this week's guest is Lisa Gonzalez. She is known as the music business mentor and the queen of the Carolinas. She's a Navy veteran, born and raised in New York, better yet, the Long Island area. The Navy brought her to South Carolina. She has a degree in criminal justice, knowledge in entertainment law, tort law, family law, and criminal law. Her business is Diamond Law Entertainment. It's one of a kind business in the state of South Carolina. Diamond Law Entertainment is dedicated to helping independent artists gain the business skills and artist development needed to pursue a successful music career. She has over 30 years experience in the music industry. She's worked with major artists such as Slick Rick, Dougie Fresh, Genuine, Little John and the East Side Boys, Young Bloods, Donnell Jones, New Edition, DJ Quick, Roger Troutman, just to name a few, plus hundreds of independent artists, and she has helped start over 100 small businesses as well. Whew, that is a lot. So I just want to welcome you, Miss Lisa. How are you?
I'm fine, but I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I'm gonna toot it. I have a degree in paralegal. I have a degree in paralegal as well.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And toot it. You earn everything. Every accomplishment or accolade. Listed under your belt.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, so we're gonna get right into it. Okay.
Okay.
So I know you work currently on the independent level. Um, with artist development. So a lot of people might not know what that is. So uh, I just say, if it was a major company, it would be A&R, which stands for
Right,
Artist and
but
Repertoire.
artists and repertoire, correct.
And
But
one thing,
artists.
okay,
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
okay.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to give an example so people can understand. So, like Andre Harrell, he A&R Uptown, Clive Davis with Arista, and Rick Rubin with Def Jam, just so they can picture it, because that's
Mm-hmm.
not something that people hear about every day. But go ahead, what were you
Right.
about to say?
Right. So there's a difference between the A&R and the artist development. So the
Okay,
A&R is the one that's like how you say, like the dorm mom, the den mother.
okay, okay. Make sure you
So
don't get
so
in trouble.
they're the chaperone,
Hmm.
they're the assistant,
Hmm.
they're the friend, they're the enemy, they're the personal assistant, they're all of that in one.
Hmm.
But also with making sure that the artist is, staying on time for appointments, making sure everything is going flowing right, and
Hmm.
making sure that they're taken care of. And when they go on the road, if the A&R goes with them, making sure that their rider sheet, which is the sheet that has all the little goodies you want, and make sure they have an equipment one that has all the mics and stuff they want. So that's what the A&R does. The A&R is like the everything.
Hmm.
So, and then with artist development is usually a team of people to
Okay.
include the A&R, but they're the ones that somebody might teach you voice, somebody might teach you media training, somebody like me might teach you how to get your royalties, how to make sure
Mhm.
your money is coming in, how to calculate your royalties, and things of that nature. But there's somebody for every position when it comes down to the artist development to teach you all the different situations.
Okay.
Hmm.
Let me ask you this. Right now, what does, if you can give just an overview of what you do in contribution for artist development, what does that look like?
So what that looks like is I have I love to teach, right? And I love for people to absorb information.
Mhm.
So what it looks like is I make my own teaching guide, and then I have a student guide. And what I do is I teach different areas of the music business,
Mhm.
but this allows people who have different learning curves to write the notes how they understand it, and not in a format that's put in front of you like a book and you just have to know it that way. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? And I also do artist development. There's a couple of artists out there that'll tell you I had them running up the street and down the street rapping, out of breath, stage
Mhm.
presence, mic presence, all those types of things. But my love is to teach the business of music. To teach the music business. Hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm going with something you just said. You said you had them running down the street rapping. Is that for the endurance or
No,
the
that's to get
stamina of performance?
breath control.
Breath control. Yeah. Okay.
So same thing. Artists think that rappers in particular think they don't need voice lessons,
Hmm.
and they actually do. And it's not to teach them how to sing; it's to teach them how to breathe. You feel
I've
me?
heard some shaky. I've
So
heard some
so
shaky performers before.
yeah, yeah. And
People
then
who they.
another thing is sometimes you'll hear people, they'll be rapping and whatnot, and all of a sudden you hear this big on the mic, and you're like, what was that? You know. So those are the things that like running will help you avoid that, and it's no different than how you say, how you lift weights, right? If you ever lifted weights, there's a way to breathe in and breathe out so that you're in conjunction with the weight, so you don't have the weight fall on you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you're running, you have a certain way that you breathe in and out. So it's going to teach you how to breathe, but it's also going to teach you how to breathe and hold the air in, so that you're only letting out little parts, so that you're not throwing all that air out into the mic.
I got you.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
do artists have to sign with you in order to use your services, or how does that work?
No, they don't have to sign with me to use my services. What they can do is, they can call me up and say, like, hey, I got a problem with BMI, which is a professional rights organization that's a royalty site that helps you get your royalties. And
Hmm.
so there's an area in there where every time they do these open mics, they can get paid. So somebody might call me up and say, hey, I'm having problems. I don't know how to do a certain thing on there. And so, they come by the office. It's not a major fee. It's probably like $25 or something like that. And we sit down for about an hour and I'll run you through the whole process.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll run you through the process and show you how to use it and how to make sure you're getting your money from everything you do.
Hmm.
You know, go ahead.
I know your bio said that you were registered on all major royalty sites, and also
Hello,
your
can you hear nothing?
huh? I'm
I didn't
sorry.
say anything.
Oh, and I know that your business is registered with the Better Business Bureau with an A+ rating.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
what does being, and this is for people who don't have that knowledge, people trying to get in the
Mhm.
industry, what does being on the royalty sites registered, what does that allow them to accomplish?
Okay, so first of all, allows the most important thing is it allows you to get money.
Hmm.
Okay, and the object of the game is if you're gonna invest in spending all this money to cut a record, right? Well, you want what's called a ROI, return on your investment.
Hmm.
So if you're not registered properly and you're not on the proper sites, you're missing out on some money. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just one site. Like you can get on a distribution site, right? And get paid every time your song spins. Okay, every time it streams on one of these situations. Then you're on your professional rights organization site, which is your writer side. So if you wrote the song, right, then you're gonna get paid for that as well. So then you're on another thing, another site. That site will capture things you've done that your song might be streaming overseas or something like that, and it'll catch that. You see what I'm saying? And then you have to do what's called encode your song with the media based company so that when it gets on the radio, you get money for that as well. You see what I'm
Mm.
saying? So there's a lot of places you can get some money from. You can get money from Facebook, IG, TikTok, um, YouTube, Vivo, everywhere, everywhere. But everybody pays different. So don't let nobody tell them that that yeah you can get on here and you're gonna get this much money. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works.
So
So
so this is something that independent artists should be doing, or is it that would you have to reach a certain plateau in your career before you register your music?
no, artists should be on all the sites. Now, the one thing I do say, which some people look at me kind of crazy, is most of those sites. I think there's one out of those sites that the distribution site is going to cost you money once a year. Okay, but most of those sites are free, and you'll get your money back. Okay, you'll get not your money back, however much your song is doing its thing, you can get money back. Now, with copyrights, everybody's like, oh, I got copyright every song I have. Trust me, if ain't nobody blowing your phone up for that song, the new poor man copyright is to throw it up in your iCloud and take a picture of the email.
Ah.
Okay, because otherwise you're going to pop out 45, 65, 35, whatever it is, every time you do a song or a project, and the song don't do nothing. So the song should make enough money so where it pays for all these things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where we can get into that a little later, but that's where your marketing and promotion comes in.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Yeah, yeah.
All right. And I just want to welcome our other two co-hosts. We got Miss Allie in Colors.
Hey,
Hi.
hi guys, how are you?
What's up, Lisa? Sure.
How
Diamond
you
Law in the building.
doing?
I'm good. I had to get off to so let me go ahead and start promoting it, pushing it. So that's why I popped it in and out. Oh shoot, I gotta share it over, tag some people, tag Furious
Yeah,
Lunatic, all that good
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. Well, shoot, Allie, go ahead, go over a question. I'll jump in after you.
Yeah, I'm just getting in, so I don't even know. I'm just getting off. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
So we
um,
introduced her, and then we were talking about royalties, and she was just breaking down what the artist development is like and the importance of registering your music as an artist in order to get paid for that. That's basically we
okay,
did.
good.
Mhm.
Okay. And like copyrights and stuff. Because I just seen, so how does that work? Like I just saw, who was it? It was a mainstream artist came out with a song, and then an independent artist was like basically saying how they took it from her, and then like she showed her song, and it was similar, don't get me wrong, but they, a lot of people were saying like she really don't have a case because, oh, it was the name of an album. It was the name of an
Okay,
album a
so no,
mainstream
the
artist, yep,
yeah.
artist has, and it's the same
Uh-huh.
exact 2021,
Hmm.
but
Okay, so the name of a song or album technically is not suable
okay,
because I mean it's a name. Like you might not even know that person that came up with the name. So this is why they have a thing called a UPC number and an ISRC code. So when you upload your song to a distribution site, it's gonna generate a social security number for that song and a UPC number for the song or the project. So if you have ABC123 Look at Me, and I have ABC123 Look at Me, right? Your code is going to be your code specific to your song. My code is going to be my code specific to my song. But what that does is they're gonna have to ask for Allie. I want ABC123, from Allie. And then when they do that, then when your song spins, because that number's attached to it, then the royalties are gonna go your way. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah, so it's
gotcha,
just like your social security. Say you got the same name. I did actually work a job with a girl, her first, middle, and last name was the same as mine. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me, right? But again, her social security number is different than my social security number. So her check was her check, my check was my check. You feel me?
correct, okay,
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
can't sue, okay, thank you for
So
that,
that
yeah,
one of
thank you
one
for
of
that.
those things you can't sue. Now, if they take the melody of your song, or they take the beat and they flip it and they don't upload it properly to say that that's your song, then yeah, then you're gonna be in court. Yeah, you're gonna go to
Gotcha.
court for that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So
Hmm.
what made you want to get into all this, Lisa? Like I said, God, I know we go way back, like oh six,
Uh,
oh 07.
so what had happened was I was minding my business, working at a nightclub called Kilimanjaro.
I remember.
And yes, and I was the general manager of the club. And what we had this thing, Ben Flowers used to have, Firstborn's dad used to have
Yeah,
a
I have
Thursday
a little
night,
bit, a little bit.
yeah, a
Yeah,
Thursday night called Chucktown Underground.
I remember that
So,
name.
and that was the Chucktown Underground was where all the underground artists, independent artists would come out. So we used to have a lot of mainstream artists come and perform at the club. So when I would see, okay, you got a little something, something there, I would call them up and tell them, look, you got 2 hours to get up to this club and jump in front of this artist because they don't have an opening act. So I didn't charge them nothing. I just let them get that shine, right? And the club was usually packed, so it was a good look for them. So then one of the artists came over to me and said, so I want you to manage me. And I said, and manage you doing what? And it was like, manage my music career. And I was like, you're what? I was like, I can sling drinks and I can, manage a bar, but I don't know about that. So I went and spent $35 on a book of the legals of the music business. And here I am. And I'm the only fool. I think the concentration is on the business side for the paperwork and stuff. Yeah, so that's how I got into it. So,
Okay.
and as the years went on, the more I read and the more I got into it, Then I would learn more things, and then I worked very closely at one point with Chub Raps, and he taught me a lot as well because he was like, "Yeah, well, so I was investigating. He always investigating, so I was investigating, and we need to check this out." So then we sit down, check it out, crack the website, and then go see what's up. And of course, most of the sites that you get on, people don't realize that they actually have their own tutorials. Like Facebook has one, IG has one. All of them have their own little tutorials of how to navigate through their sites. So does like your BMI and your ASCAP and all that. They have those little situations on their site. So yeah, that's pretty much how I got the way I am now. But I will say it's worse now than it was back then because a lot of stuff changes. It might change month to month, it might change week to week, it might change year to year, but it is always changing. Somebody always got an idea. Hmm.
Mhm. I know your bio said that you were self-taught, and hard work, dedication, and consistency are some of your values. Um, what has been your most valuable lesson learned in the music industry so far over your 30-year span?
Well, um, try not to mix friendship with the business, which is hard because you guys get close if you've been with each other for a long period of time. And as much as artists say they want something, you really have to pay attention to what they say because they're scared. A lot of them are scared. Like I had people that were like right there by the front door and just fell off because they was terrified. You know what I'm saying? And you can't make somebody do something that they're not ready to do. But the talent was there, everything was there. It was let's go, and I mean not for nothing, they kind of sort of freaked out. It was like that. So it was like, wow.
Okay.
So yeah.
Wow.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. You got anything, Allie?
Yeah, I'm sorry, my mic went in a mute. Okay. Um, so have you ever run into any backstabbing in the industry?
Have I run into backstabbing? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You've had people that I'm real cautious about who I bring into my professional circle outside of Charleston because of that. But yeah, I've had people, try to backdoor me, and what they don't understand is like some of the people that I know in the industry. If you go behind my back and try to cut a side deal with them, they ain't messing with you. Because if you did it to me, that means you're gonna do it to them if they introduce you to somebody. You feel me? So that's how that works. And so that's not a good look. So I've had that. I've had uh got caught up in gossip. My fault too because I participated. Um oh my God. People talk when they can't get their way, they talk trash and things of that nature. But it's kind of funny because the people that did do the backstabbing or whatever, for some reason it drove more business my way. I don't know how that works. I really don't. But the more that I don't know, the more they talk, the more my phone started ringing. So I don't know how that works. So, but
Because they
yeah,
knew
but
you was
I've
the ish.
definitely been backstabbed. Huh?
I said because they knew you was the ish. If somebody go that hard trying to tarnish you, they know. Oh no, this person like. I
No,
feel
but the
like that's
funny
how it
thing
be
is,
working.
yeah, and the funny thing is sometimes when they do go that hard to tarnish you, half of the stuff they learned or the information they got was from me. So
Mm-hmm.
it was like okay, but I don't. I mean, I may talk a little trash on social media and stuff like that, but one thing, and colors can attest to this to the fullest. One thing I don't do, I'm not gonna bash another artist, industry, anything like that on my business page at all. On my personal page, I may talk a little trash, but I will not call somebody's name out. I'm not doing that because that's just not cool. I may tell you a scenario. I may speak my mind on something that happened that really affected me. But what I'm not gonna do is be on social media calling people out. Yeah, I don't do that.
That's good.
Yeah, I
How
don't do
did
Go
you
that.
right to the
overcome some
I
of
leave it right
those?
to the knife, boy. All I
Oh
can do
yeah.
is laugh on that. Well,
You know why
who's
you
your
laughing
current
over
rock?
there?
Huh?
I say you know why you laughing over there. But
But
anyway,
yeah, she went right to the. I was like, wow, Alex. But who's your current roster, and what do you have set for 'em that you can speak on,
so
of course?
I'm going to shock you. I decided to revamp my company and make solid concentration on teaching. So I cut everybody loose off my roster. I
Oh,
don't have a
wow,
roster at all.
wow! I
I've
didn't
been
expect that.
teaching. I've been teaching. Actually, I'm waiting to hear back because I should be doing a group in Savannah. Waiting on my other girl to call me back because I should be doing a group in Alabama. I just did a class in Columbia, and before that, I had somebody come to me and I did a class at my office. So the concentration is on getting the information out now.
I got you. Okay, well, okay, I got you. Okay.
So you'd be
See?
surprised how many people don't know that they don't know. I mean, they may know bits and pieces of all different areas, but when it comes to getting the whole breakdown, they literally don't know. And the wow factor when I break it down is crazy. It's crazy, crazy. And they'll be like, wow, for real, I could do all of that. Yeah, you could do all of that. Like people don't know if they have I'm outside y'all and it's hot. And Allie know what I'm talking about. Anyway,
Oh no, yeah.
so people don't know that like when you sign up with the professional rights organizations that track your writing side of your song like BMI or ASCAP, like you can go to award shows, you can I don't know which award shows they are, but you can look on the website and it'll tell you. And they have hotel discount, anything that's music related, like you can get discounts and all kinds of stuff just from being affiliated with that situation, with that site.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a lot of things you could do, and a lot of people don't know. Like if they have, I'm gonna name off one because that's the site I use for distribution. But like DistroKid, man, let me tell you something. DistroKid will get on every last nerve in your entire body because they're always emailing you. It's like they emailing like yo, like Colors used to blast people on their beeper back in the day. That's how DistroKid is. DistroKid will be in your email 24/7. But sometimes you get overwhelmed because you don't want to answer, look at the emails. But some of those emails are like, your song was spinning in front of such and such, and they like your song, they want to put it on a playlist. I got two artists put on a playlist like that because I just so happened to open the email. And it was a specific song. They hit me for a specific song, and it got put on a playlist through DistroKid. Um, they'll tell you that there's like a movie coming up or something else coming up, and somebody's looking for a country and western song. They're looking for a rap song that's geared towards whatever. They'll hit you in your inbox because you're a member of this situation, and they'll tell you what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, sometimes they email you so freaking much that you just, yeah, I'm not opening that, man. No. So, but it will behoove you to open some of those emails because they are hitting you with some information. So,
Mhm.
yeah, BMI and ASCAP usually stay quiet, but like the distribution sites, yeah, they'll be in your inbox all day. They'll be in your mailbox all day. So,
Um, I know the goal for many independent artists is to make it to a major label, but then in reverse, you've seen several artists who've been on major labels who leave and then go to major. They do their own independent thing, or they may be on a label under another artist. So, can you state if there are any downsides to being on a big label?
okay. So the downside to being on a label, depending on if you're paying your way into the label or if the label is paying you. So if it's a major label and they're like, yeah, we're giving you a sign-on bonus and all these other things, trust and believe they're getting their money back. Okay. So I don't care if they tell you this check was free to be, they're getting their money back. All right. Then the other downside is, all this glitter ain't gold, and all that shiny ain't gold. Every carrot dangling ain't edible. So you really, really um have to go through these contracts, okay? Because a contract can make you or break you, and everyone should know that once you get a contract put in your face, that don't mean that that's the contract, that's it, that's how it's going down. No. First off, don't ever sign something that's put in your face like right now. Right? Even when people come to me and they want to sign with me, I don't let them sign like that. I tell them take the contract with you and come back because I want you to get the full understanding of it. Then when we go over the contract, it's usually paragraph by paragraph to make sure that they got the full understanding. Okay? And also negotiations. My contract might say you have to go to the car wash every Monday and perform live at the car wash. Well, you may not want to go to the car wash every Monday and perform live at the car wash. So your negotiation rebuttal will be, I might do that once a month or once every 2 months, but I'm not about to be at Pookie's car wash every week. You see what I'm saying? So then we might go back and forth and negotiate, but we may come up to an even medium where it's once a month and it may be at this car wash on this month and that car wash on the next month, but it was negotiated. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And some people don't do that. They just see a contract and they run. They're like, yeah, I ain't doing that. And they don't even come back to say what happened or why they don't like the contract or anything like that. They'll just look at it and be like, I'm not doing that. But everything is negotiable. You know what I'm saying? Everything is negotiable. When you go in the store and you like that top and that top got a little spot on it that you can get out when you get home. If you're like me, somebody running me a little 10, 15% off of that top. That's what I'm talking about. They're going to run me some change off of that top
Um,
because it got a spot on it. And if I got to do the work to get the spot off of it, then, hook me up.
Okay.
But yeah. And the other thing is that people have to know too, signing with a major label ain't the end all to be all. And the reason why I tell people this is because if I'm looking for color song ABC 1, 2, 3, all right,
Part of me do. Go ahead.
I ain't looking for I ain't looking for Diamond Law Entertainment and then going to look for colors. I'm not looking for Meeting of the Minds and then I'm going to look for colors. No, I'm looking for colors. I'm looking for colors and the song. So technically, nobody cares whose label you're on. The only time the label comes into play is when you're behind rip up a hotel room, then they want to call everybody name out. They with Epic Records. They tore up the hotel room. Their manager is Lisa. Their co-manager is Colors. They manager is da 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 da. We didn't even do nothing. The artist did all that. Just go to talk to the artist. We didn't do that. But that's how they used to,
That's,
especially back in the day. If the artist did something, child, they call out everybody name, the grandmother name, the whole
yeah,
daggone family tree, everything. We had nothing to do with that. The
yeah.
artist did that. Stick to them. You know what I'm
That's
saying? Don't be blasting us out. But so when you go mainstream, it's nice because they have a team, but you can also carefully pick out your own team, but that's where I talk about budgets and budgets come into play because not for nothing, nobody wants to work for free. Even with me, like I don't pay people like that, but I will pay you by the project. So if I tell you, hey, you could do graphics and you could do this, that, and the third, hey, I need your assistance on blah, 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 yeah, I'm gonna pay you for that. You see what I'm saying? So those are the type of things that they have to look out for. Now when you're independent and you're paying your way into the industry, meaning that you're paying for your own studio time, you're paying for your own graphics, but you have access to a team and they get a portion of your royalties, that's beneficial if it's an independent label because you're getting a whole entire team, I call them backup dancers, that are making
mhm.
sure that your style is right. making sure that you got media training, making sure that you make it to the studio, making sure that you're doing your rehearsals, you're doing whatever you're supposed to do per what that label is requesting, and using that label, and they're promoting you as well, then that's kind of a good deal. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody got any questions on that? But it is a good deal.
Well, you said, do they mark up, the money that they spend? Or
It depends. No, there's a few honest mom and pop. I call them mom and pop, even though it's not mom and pop. But there's a few honest people out there that'll do it. Um, yeah, they're gonna throw probably an admin charge on there, but it's not nothing like break the bank crazy stuff like that. Now, when you go to the studio and stuff like that, no, your studio time is your studio time. That's not gonna be no extra. So if studio time is $50, then it's $50. It's not $50 and then $25 for the person that took you to the studio. Now, where most people get their money on an independent label is on the back end, which is from the royalties. But anybody that gets royalties should always ask for a royalty audit. You need a royalty audit at least once a year, but every quarter you should be able to see what came in and what your portion is and stuff like that. And every quarter is every 3 months. So yeah. So they should be able to tell you what's going on.
when you mentioned an audit, that made me think of that reality show that was it, Escape, and SWV had, and that's when they got into it with one of the sisters saying that she stole the
Mm-hmm.
royalties from the other one and was forging
Mm-hmm.
checks and all of that. That's the first thing that
Mm-hmm.
made me think of. But
Mm-hmm. You be surprised. You be surprised who be digging in that pot. Cause I've seen contracts that said what did that thing say? It said that like basically everything was gonna come out the royalties, right? Which not for nothing. If you want, pyrotechnics, a castle and bling bling suits and all that other stuff, yeah, that's coming out your side of the money. Okay. However, it was like by the time, without explaining it to the artist how that worked, by the time it was all said and done, like the kid was getting 10 cents on the dollar. You know what I'm saying? So, when you first come out, don't be coming out there with all this, you know, stuff coming out the ground, you rising, you flying through the sky, and you got this, that, and the third going. No, you just come out there and have on a nice outfit and keep it moving. Have some dance moves. How about that? So yeah. So, but they don't realize that all these things, because some people think that it comes out of the manager's side of the money. No, boo. When the manager gets their money, that's it. When they get their 15 to 30%, that's it. We don't go back because we got to pay whoever we got working for us. So whatever you make and you pay us, we got to pay our people. So you gotta pay whatever other crazy you want.
okay,
So. hmm
That
And
makes
keep in
sense.
mind, I teach all of this. I can teach it separate. I teach it as a like a 1 day class, and some of these things I teach separately, independently. Like if you just want to know about budgets and how to build a budget, then the class will be on how to build a budget. You feel me? So yeah, that's how I teach.
What made you go into teaching? Like, what made you drop everybody and like just solely teach? Like,
I've
what was that day?
always I've been teaching for years, but now there are so many people out there that just they don't know. They don't know. And a lot of artists, if you notice, you'll hear artists say, "Man, I don't want no manager. I don't want this person. I don't want that person, because them boy be trying to take my money and this, that, and the third, because they didn't investigate what they were getting into. They spent maybe anywhere from $300 to $2,000, $5,000, and didn't get anything back for it. So they have what I call battered artist syndrome, because they done got some, they done got. That's what happened. They got. So I decided to concentrate more on the education side, so that they know you don't have to know the business, because the business side of the music game is 93 to 97%. All right. So the artist should be concentrating on their craft 3 to 10%. All right. So with that being said, the artist should be able to concentrate on their craft without worrying about getting got by the next person. So I still say they still need to know a portion of the business. Now, do they need to know the whole entire business? No, but you need to know keywords that are red flags, so that if you hear somebody saying words like that, you know that that's a red flag. You see what I'm saying? So you would know that if somebody comes up to you and says, um, if you give me $1,000, you can open up for so and so, right? That's not the red flag, because they're telling you if they give you 1,000, if you give them $1,000, you will be able to open up for this artist. The part of it is not asking the questions, which is your personal red flag. Are you going to meet this artist? Are you going to be able to pass off information to this artist? Are you going to be able to sit down with this artist? So some artists assume that that's what they're going to get, and that's not what they're getting. When they said you're going to open up for the artist, that's exactly what you're doing. You come out there, you open up for the artist. If you don't have any merch, if you don't have any giveaways or anything like that, then that's on you, and that's it. And think about it. You open up for an artist, and you paid maybe $1,000 or $1,500 to open up for an artist, and there's 3,000 people in that audience, and you don't have nothing to give away. You just threw 3,000 fans out the window, 3,000 potential fans out the window. So you always got to be prepared. These are the things I teach. You got to be prepared. You have to know, red flag words. You have to know, if somebody says what it is, that's exactly what it is. There's no assuming you're gonna get this. There's no assuming you're gonna get that. Whatever they said you're gonna get, that's what you're getting. Period. That's it. So,
Oh, that's deep right there. You got that
hmm
down to a science. So you
hmm
you laid it all down. Do you
hmm
see yourself ever going back and be managing artists later on, or that ship
uh,
set sail?
I see myself possibly doing it, but at this point, it's more of a headache than it is a passion. The passion is to teach. The passion is, because I don't know nobody that took any kind of class or heard me speak on any situation that didn't learn something. You know what I'm saying? And
Gotcha.
that's the blessing right there. Once I teach you something and you know it, that's your return on your investment, because
What
you
do you
got
feel
something that you can do.
I mean to cut you. What do you feel artists can do to generate fans? Because artists come to events and they expect the venue, the promoters to have the fans there, the crowd there. But as
They don't.
artists, shouldn't they
They
shouldn't
they
they
don't.
be passing out on performing here? They come check me
Right,
out.
but they don't market and promote, and they don't use QR codes. You ain't even gotta have no paperwork. You can walk in there with one T-shirt that you paid $25 for. They got the QR code to your music on the back of your shirt, cause ain't nobody gonna be looking at you, but they gonna pull that phone out and do just like this on the back of your
Yeah,
shirt. hmm
yeah. There
You
you
don't need
go.
no business cards. You don't need nothing. You can be a walking billboard yourself. $25. That's it. hmm Or do like I do. I go on them little sites where they had the stickers on sale for like $20. You get like 50 stickers. Oh, I definitely put my QR code on there. And anytime I go to like a Purple Buffalo or what is that taco tequila,
Pico
whatever the
Taco. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, trust and believe, my stickers on them people wall. Everybody else stick on that wall, my sticker on that wall too. So and if I'm traveling and I go and they got stickers in the bathroom, my sticker on that wall too. You know what I'm saying? So
Marketing,
so
promoting.
there's so many things you could do for under $50, and people don't investigate that. And you could actually have merch that you could get. Shoot, what is that? Vistaprint, Vistaprint,
Mm-hmm.
print, Vistaprint, and Canva. They print like 500 cards for like, I think Vistaprint do 250 or something like that for $10. And Canva does it where you could design your own card, and I think they do it for like 50, $65, something like that. And they'll mail it to your house. So there's a lot of things you can do that don't cost a lot of money, but marketing and promoting, when you and another thing artists do, they want to throw a song out there every week. to see what sticks. If you don't market and promote any of those songs, I don't care how many songs, you can throw out 12 songs a year. You can throw out 24 songs a year, but if you don't market and promote it, it still ain't gonna do nothing. Because the only people that know that song is out there is people in your circle. That's it. So, and to get your fan base up, I think that's what you was asking me as well. Every time you post, you should be hashtagging. One, you should be hashtagging, and two, you should run them to your other pages, like your IG. IG is your most important page. So you need to run people to your IG page. Um, if you're on Facebook, run them to your IG page. If you're on IG, run them to your Facebook page. But you should always be running them to your IG page so that you can build those numbers up.
I know your bio said, and I'm gonna switch gears a minute.
Mhm.
You help start entrepreneurs start small businesses. What made you decide to get into that?
Ah, you're gonna laugh. Chuck T. Chuck T from Charlotte.
Yeah, DJ well from here, but he lives in Charlotte. Yeah,
Yeah,
Chuck T.
he from here. Yeah,
Yeah,
all them thrower boys are from here. But yeah,
yeah.
and this is what people don't understand. I teach the business of music, and he teaches the business of music. I took his class.
Let's go.
I'm just letting y'all know I took his class. You know why? Because he taught some things I didn't teach, and I learned some things that I needed to know. Okay. Now, I don't some of the things that he taught, I don't use those as a service, but it was something that I needed to know so that I could be aware of what I was doing as far as for my own, when I had artists and whatnot. But he started talking about LLCs and stuff like that, and so I started doing LLCs. But I'm gonna tell you now, oh Lord Jesus, take the wheel. I helped somebody start a food truck. When I tell you that thing took us about 3 to 6 months to get that thing right, we were good. Thank God, other food truck people in the area we were in was cool. Cause shoot, I was running up on people talking about, hey, how you doing? So how do you do this and how do you do that? And the one guy gave me he gave me his personal number and his Facebook page, and told me, you can call me anytime. Don't call me no crazy hours. I said, okay. Wally's Euros. It's a Greek food truck. And when I tell you that man helped us, cause child, you got to get a permit for the permit for the permit for the permit, and then another permit for that permit. It was crazy. It was crazy, crazy. But I do that because a lot of people want to turn their hobby into a business, and what people don't understand is if something happens, like the ones that need LLCs the most are DJs. Because if you go do a wedding and Granny fall over that daggone cord, and she sue you by your government name, she taking all your money. But if she sue you by your business name, she can only take what's in that bank account.
Mm, okay.
Wink, wink. You heard me? Wink, wink. So if you ain't got no
Talk.
money in that bank account, and you should always have event insurance. And
Okay.
it doesn't cost that much. Everybody thinks event insurance is like $1 million. It covers $1 million, but it's only like, I think it's like $17 to $20, something like that.
Per
Yeah,
month.
so not that much. Hmm.
So that's something you're still actively doing.
Oh yes, yes ma'am, yes ma'am.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
I actively do it. I work in a corporate co-op downtown Charleston on King Street, the industrial building. And yeah, that's something I most definitely do because I believe there's quite a few DJs I did their LLC for them. Um, I believe that you should always cover yourself. You should always be covered. You know what I'm saying? Because the last thing you want to do is have somebody upset, hurt, or something happen. And then not only do they come for you, they come for your home insurance, your car, any insurance you got, they gonna come for it. So if you have business insurance or you have, event insurance or something of that nature, then they can't come directly for you. You're covered.
Okay.
So yeah. as long as they can prove their case, in the event that you lose, if they can prove the case, then yeah, you don't, you don't lose your hat, your home, and everything you had going on. So,
Okay.
hmm and I also counsel people too, like if you came to me and said you wanted to start a business doing like bracelets or something like that, right? Then what we do is, before you can't come in, I'd probably research bracelet businesses or something of that nature and find out how many like are in the area, who you'd be in competition with, stuff like that. So it's not just sit down, get the situation and go. No, we're going to talk about it and make sure that that's what you want to do, and that you are aware that there's 10 other people selling bracelets on the same street you on. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So either you're going to have one heck of a bracelet, or you might want to figure something else you want to do.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
how much is your fee? Like
To
do you
do
have like
the
different package plans?
I have a
Yeah, for the
package
LLC.
plan to do the LLCs. I charge $300. And like I said, that comes with your LLC, that comes with your EIN, and it also comes with your consultation. If you have problems or you need to get like certain licensing or you need me to look other things up, then you can always call me up and say, hey, what about this? What about that? And I got you. Now, if it's a food truck, yeah, you paying me more than $300. I ain't gonna lie. That yeah, we going in the pocket for that one. But other than that, yeah, just a simple LLC or something like that. Yeah, it comes with the counseling, it comes with the consultation, and then the LLC and the EIN number, and then I usually have which bank would probably be best for what you want to do, so that if they got a lot of fees or stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
hmm
Okay.
I mean, that's well, you got to stay busy when you sleep because you got your hands in a lot of
Oh,
pots.
I'm Jamaican, bruh. So I don't sleep. I'm Cuban and Jamaican, but I'm mostly Jamaican. So since I have 13 jobs, so I just got picked up at well, I've been off and on at Brass Elephant for 10 years, but I'm now their new event planner and back bartender. But they're not open every weekend, so I do that
Okay.
about 2 or 3 times a month.
Do you think about throwing events again? I remember there was a time.
Yeah. I thought about throwing events again. I'm still booking people for the fair. I think I got how many slots they gave me this year? Did they give me about 8 slots, 8 or 9 slots?
How many slots
Uh,
left?
I don't know. I think to be honest with you, I think I do have some slots left. So if people want to hit me up, I think I might have like 3 slots left.
Chad do a headliner. Y'all can get those.
Yeah, usually when I do something like that, I might throw 3 people in at 30 minutes. So yeah, people can hit me up because my slots are 30 minutes apiece. So if they hit me up, I may be able to throw a couple of y'all in the same slot. I just like for people to get the exposure.
Hmm.
I'm a stickler for that. I'm a stickler for helping people get exposure. I'm a stickler for sometimes I'm too over passionate, but I hate to see people get taken advantage of. That irks the hell out of me. I just have a
Yeah.
problem with that. Yeah, I hate that. And I had an artist come to me. One artist came to me. He got for $20,000,
Oh,
and
dang.
he stopped doing music. And another artist was with me and got for $13,000.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Anybody ever tell you you got to pay to get money? Don't do it. Mm-hmm.
Dang.
And matter of fact, the one that got for $20,000, again, I ain't gonna call nobody name out, but he got jacked by a DJ that was in one of them DJ groups. Not a new DJ, but yeah, he got by a DJ. hmm Yeah.
Dang.
And the only thing is, I tell artists, stay ready, because if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So in other words, that means you should always have like a thumb drive with your music in your pocket. Get you a Linktree account. Linktree, remember that Linktree. Get you a
Hmm.
Linktree account. So if you don't have any merch or anything on you, they can click that QR code right off your phone. And the link tree has everything. It has all, you could put all your YouTube, your IG, your Snapchat, any social media you're on, you could put all in one place. If you have a website, if whatever you have, you can put everything in one place. So that way, when they click it, they can go to your music, they can go to your website, they can go to your social media, all of that. Link tree.
Link tree.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Well, my last question for you is over out of your, 30-year plus career in the music industry, do you have any regrets about any decisions that you've made? Good or bad? I
Nope.
mean,
Everything was a learning experience.
mm,
Everything was a learning experience. Either if it was bad and you got your feelings hurt, you got your feelings hurt. You know what I'm saying? If it
mhm,
was good and you didn't get your feelings hurt, that was a good experience. But everything coincides with your growth. So everything is a learning stage, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. You
that
either
makes
you take it and use it for the better, or you just wall up in your being upset and be stuck.
yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
So no
Um,
regrets on nothing.
I got
my
you.
last
So,
question is, what can you say? I know you're not in, well, but you still in that business, but
Mhm.
what can you say to upcoming artists today? Like, what advice can you give them?
The first thing they need to do is decide, like, do you really want to do this? Because that's one hell of an expensive hobby. Trust and believe that. Okay, because one song could cost you anywhere from 250 on up. You know what I'm saying? Just to get it recorded, get your beat, get it mixed and mastered, and all of that. So this ain't no cheapy hobby. And if it's something you really know in your heart you want to do, I would start saving and get a budget. And when people say, "Why do you want to get a budget?" It's not that you know how much you're gonna spend, but in the event that you need X amount of dollars, you already have money put up so that you don't have to go in your pocket again and again and again. So, and then once you get recoup your money back, which means get your money back off of what you spent, when you make the money off of your music, then you just keep rolling your music money over. So that's what your budget is. But yeah,
Invest, in
that's what I
yourself.
would tell artists. Investigate what you want to do, how many artists are there, make sure you have an original idea, original look, original everything. Because if you want to look like somebody else, they already got that person.
Mm-hmm.
They
That
do.
part.
They already got that person.
Uh, well, my last question is, what's your biggest accomplishment to date, and what's your biggest? Well, I guess you said there's no regrets. Ali kind of it kind of asked you that.
Right.
But
No,
yeah.
that was
So
17.
my biggest accomplishment was one of my biggest accomplishments was getting recognized by the radio station, getting the icon of the month from Star 99.7. That I wasn't ready for that.
Mm,
And I
that's
got an icon award. And my other biggest accomplishment was, I don't know if you know who Wendy Day is.
I heard the name, but I can't put no face to it.
My partner took me up the Rap Coalition on IG. My partner that I set up his music label that's my idol. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That's the only person I'd be a groupie for, honey. And that's what my office is, just like hers. Um and I got to go meet her, sit down with her. She got diamond law everything in her office. Hmm. That's right. She got a whole bag. I put a picture up. She got a whole bag, water bottle, all that. And then, of course, I got to hang out with Miss Deb. Miss Deb, my homegirl.
Waka Flocka Mom, right?
Yeah, she was on
Oh,
one side. She hung out on one side of Queens, and I was hanging out on the other side of Queens. That's crazy.
that's what's
Hmm.
up, man. Well, we definitely
Hmm.
appreciate you coming
I
through.
appreciate y'all having me.
yeah,
Oh
This is
thank
yeah,
nice.
you so
very
much.
informative. Very
Yeah,
informative, man.
very,
Very
very.
informative. An
Yeah.
Yes.
hour really ain't long enough because my mind's like want to shoot them, but I'm like it's 8 o'clock. Well, my mind,
Right,
yeah,
right,
like I do a
right.
two
But
hour or
anybody can
something.
reach out to me at D as in diamond, L as in law, E as entertainment, 843.com. So that's DLE 843.com. And you can call me at 843-696-three
Had
nine
enough
eight
forever.
one. And my business page on Facebook is Diamond Law Went, Lawent. And on IG, I am Diamond Law 194.
Okay, I got you. I got
Holla
you.
at your
Oh,
girl. I got you.
all right.
And
Let's
don't
get
be
the
scared. Everybody always say, "Man, Miss Lisa be charging out the thing." I do not. So anything you want may not be the price for the next person because you may not need everything the next person
Yeah.
needs. So
that part.
and a closed mouth ain't gonna find out nothing.
Definitely. I mean, definitely. Let's go to these pictures real quick.
Mhm.
Y'all ready? We'll do four. The last one, the goofy face. One,
The
two,
goofy face.
three. Nah, I'll tell y'all when. Not this one though. The first, I'll tell you when. One, two, three. One, two, three. One, two, three. Goofy face time. That's what's up. Well, we appreciate your time. Real
I
quick,
appreciate y'all.
real quick,
We
in your
appreciate
opinion,
you.
in your opinion, a male artist that should be gone right now in Charleston, a female artist that, in your opinion, that they should have been BET big time. Just your if you had
That's
one male
in
artist, one female
Charleston
artist,
that should have been gone.
yeah,
Yazzie should have been gone a long time ago.
that part.
Yazzie. Yeah, Yazzie should have definitely been going a long time ago. Cause Yazzie
Uh,
got that fire. And
okay,
a male artist that from Charleston. The O. Yeah.
can't lie.
And
Everything the man
I ain't
dropping,
saying that to be
beat.
funny. I ain't saying people
No,
be
I
like,
mean it's
da da
fact.
da. But I'm for
I
real,
told
for
it
real.
forever.
The
Everything the
O used
man
to,
drop is fire. Everything. Like, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like
You
everything.
know the O
Hook,
used to practice. The
verses,
O used to
stage
practice in my
presence,
living
like
room.
everything. Yeah,
Yeah, the
that's
O
all
used to
fact.
practice in my living room every day for like 3 months. Yeah, but
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm not just saying that because I know him. I mean, he literally
No.
has fought. Like the dude got bars.
Yeah.
Got
Bars,
bars.
hooks, beats.
Yeah,
He got good beat selection, stage presence, like he
yeah,
got it.
yeah.
Yeah.
He got all that.
So I just
Yeah.
want to hear from you. All right. That's what it is. We appreciate you.
All
Shit.
Yeah, we
right.
appreciate you.
All
Thank
right.
you
Y'all
so
have a
much,
blessed
Miss
night.
Lisa. Thank
All
you so
right.
much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for
Good
having me.
night.
I appreciate it.
Thank
All
you.
right. Bye
Good
bye.
night.
Bye.
Goat milk cowboy. Shit.
Uh, uh,
All Sunday.
yeah, yeah, yeah. These streets is high. These streets is high. Keep your heads on the swivel. Heads on the swivel. Word, word, word. All that glitter was not diamond or gold. Stupid people with guns, son, leaving the body cold. Seeing in broadcast, somebody got shot. We back outside, y'all, the block is high. Everybody listen to the sound of my voice. Watch what you do, man, make the right choice. All that glitter is not gold, it just glisten. Need y'all to pay attention to me right now, listen. This ball gon' hit the sore spot, playing with sheetrock. Young cats thinking hip-hop started on TikTok. I'm a Titan boat dog, you just a slip knot. I put them more time to the big can, circle your wristwatch. Move when you see me coming, straight dumbin'. I ain't gon' stop the flowin' if the funky drummer drumming. Don't talk about gas blasting, cat smashing. I'ma give it to you straight in an orderly fashion. NASCAR, fast car, diamonds overdressed, money flashing high fashion, man, I'm not impressed. Less is more. More is overbearing. Most people just watching you, dog, they're not even hearing. Step in the wrong spot, get MOP, ante up. Chain watch your ring, Joe, my man, handy up. Save the tough talk, watch out for that nightfall. If you're not from the street, stay on the sidewalk. Listen, all that glitter was not diamond or gold. Stupid people with guns, son, leaving the body cold. Seeing in broadcast, somebody got shot. We back outside, y'all, the block is high. Everybody listen to the sound.